Hey guys, this is Donyetta, and thank you so much for watching my video. It's been a couple of days, maybe a little over a week that I've done a video, but I wanted to come and talk to you guys a little bit about something and say, hey, I miss you guys. All right. Anyway, so there's a lot of hoorah going on about, Christmas holidays. It's so funny how we are as far as as far as holidays are concerned. It's like from Halloween, it's like after Halloween, everybody's like, all right, Christmas is right around the corner, make sure you have this, make sure you have that. And it's like, wow, how do we move so fast, and we find ourselves adapting to the speed of society. So it's like we skip over Thanksgiving. Oh yeah, but Thanksgiving is coming, but get ready for Christmas. And so I just wanted to kind of talk about that. And I was doing some research, and I was really just kind of like blown away. And when I looked at my own personal life, I was like, oh, okay. So the research that I was doing was really based on how much debt people actually go in around this time of year. It starts, sorry, I got a little distracted there. It starts around, after school gets back in, kids are back in school. You spend a lot of money getting school clothes and all that good stuff. And then from there, it's on to like Halloween, right? And everybody spends ridiculous amount of money for Halloween. I mean, oh my God, like for that one day, it's not even a week, it's like a day. People spend so much money for Halloween. And then you kind of move into Thanksgiving and Christmas. And so based upon my research I was looking at, I saw where a lot of people really go into a mass amount of debt. And I was like, oh my goodness, and I'm talking about the kind of debt that people go into for the holidays. They literally spend almost a year trying to pay off. So take it, we are in year 2013. And so whatever debt that you get into 2013, you literally spend almost, if not half, if not the whole year, you spend about the half year, say 2014, getting out of debt. So the example, I guess that wasn't a good example because we haven't gotten into we have not gotten into 2014 yet. So you're kind of like all the debt that you got into for 2012 around the holiday time, you are just now being able to pay that debt off, maybe around somewhere the middle part of this year 2013, maybe coming into now, which means now you're about to accumulate a new set of debt, and then you won't be able to pay it off until next year. So if you kind of see, this is like a revolving door. It's a pattern, it's a program, it's and it takes away from what the holiday season really is about, spending time with family, just doing a lot of things with family and friends, and just being able to bless other people. So one of the things that I looked at in terms of just researching the amount of debt that people get into during the holidays is why do they get in this debt during the holidays? And one of the main reasons, just with talking to people, that I found that people, as to why people get into debt around this time, is because they are really purchasing things off of their current income. So if you have that one job, and just for the sake of numbers, you make about 50 grand a year, right? And so from that 50 grand, maybe you're used to spending, a certain amount every month, which covers your household expenses, a little bit of entertainment here and there, food, kids' clothes, maybe a vacation, maybe once a year. So I don't know. But then you bring in the holiday season, and if you haven't saved for that, the holiday season expenses now comes out of that 50 grand that you make a year. And that's, I'm talking, well, that's a gross. So your net would be much less than 50 grand. Plus, if you have insurance and all the little what do you call it, like 401k, all that good stuff. So it's much less than 50 grand a year. So now when the holiday season comes around, your money is much like you're taking a whole lot of money out of what is already coming out of that 50 grand a year. So just say, wait a minute, let me get my handy dandy, because y'all don't want me to do no numbers. All right, so I'm just gonna say 50,000, right? Just the gross amount. So if your monthly amount is 4,000, just keep it at 4,000, just to keep it nice. So if your monthly bring home is 4 grand, right? And so typically, like with all the household expenses, food, like I said, a little bit of entertainment, all that good stuff, your everything comes out to maybe like say $3,900. So that leaves you with maybe about $100 or $200 in the green, right? And so again, when the holiday season comes around, if you haven't saved or if you haven't found another way to generate money, then now that those expenses now needs to come out of what you're bringing home, which now puts you in the red, because like during this time is like the I don't care what type of recession, I just, yeah, people spend money, and people spend a large amount of money during this time of year. So again, as you can see, that's how you would get into the red. So either you need to do one or two things. You need to, well, a couple things. You need to either just not buy anything for your loved ones, your children. You don't buy food. You don't, food for the holidays to have everybody over. Don't do any of that. You just say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you believe, right? So that's an option. Not a likable option, but it is an option. Or you can find another way to generate additional income to be able to cover those expenses. Or you could say, all right, well, I'll put $10 away every time I get paid and save it for the end of the year or towards this time of the year. And that way I would have saved the money for my holiday expenses. Typically that doesn't work. Americans, we don't do well with saving, and that's really sad to say, but we just don't do well with saving. And if that's you, then just look into some things to change that. But going back to the other option that I gave in terms of finding ways to generate money so that you can have the extra money during the holidays. And I first learned about this a couple years ago, actually, from Tori Johnson. I think that's her name. I hope that's her name. I think it is. But Tori Johnson, she was the one where I think she was like on the Today Show, and she talked about like, finding side hustles. I think that's what it was. Side hustles to where you can, generate extra money. If it's running errands for people, if it's taking their laundry to the dry cleaner, or doing some pet sitting or house sitting, or whatever the case is, whatever you need to do to generate additional funds so that you don't go into debt for the following year. So that's a little bit what I want to talk about. I do have something that I do want to share with you guys in terms of something that will allow you to earn great money, and it does not take away from what you're currently doing. It is money that you can get the next day. You're paid daily, and with the system and with the system and the training that I have, you're definitely sure to make money if you follow what I provide to you. So if you are looking for ways to generate that money because you don't want to be a part of the statistic where you're going into debt, you're spending your whole dime 2014 trying to pay off stuff that your kids probably don't even play with anymore. I know, like, I realize like kids and toys just not my thing. But if you're looking for an honest way to, like I said, generate money and to be able to feel good that you can interact with your family and not feel like, oh my God, how am I going to pay this credit card off? I just spent all this. Oh my God, like I got to pay my rent, whatever. Definitely click on the link below, Or if you are watching this from any social media, inbox me or message me so that I can get you additional information. And like I said, if you are watching this from YouTube, you can definitely click the link below. I don't want to hear about any of my friends or my family going into debt just for the sake of the holidays. Granted, I really enjoy spending time with my friends and my family, but I'm just not willing to go into debt for it at all. That's not cool, and it's definitely not something I want to teach to my kids. And people that come behind me, generations down the line, I don't want to teach that to them. So anyway, hopefully this video was very helpful to you, and if it was, just share it. Tell your friends about it. Hey, just share all the love. All right, guys. Well, I shall see you on the next video, and until later, you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.